What do you want? He's floofy. Hey everyone, it's Lauren Toyota from Hop for Food, of course, and guess what we're doing today? Another recipe. So this is, of course, where I start with nothing. I don't have an idea. I don't really know what's in my fridge and my pantry, and we are going to rummage around, come up with an inspiration, and try to make a recipe from scratch. This is how you develop recipes as a food blogger or a food tuber. So you're seeing the process from start to finish, and lately we've been on a real roll. We did a coffee cake last time, which was tasty. What else did we do? Oh, chicken Caesar wraps, those were good. So let's make something awesome today. Right away, my eyes were drawn to this. I have a little bit of chips left in this bag, barbecue chips, and I was like, we should use these for something, like a batter. And this is like the perfect inspiration. It's like, well, I mean, you could just eat these, but it's like, what do? You've got all these like bags of chips lying around with like little crumbs in them. No waste. See, this is like everyone's like cupboard. It's like, oh, look at these chips and these pretzels and all this stuff. It's like you could just use them for something. I don't have much in here. Well, yes I do. Everyone thinks our fridge always is full of stuff. We got some wine. We got some leftover veggie dip. If you watch our Snapchat, I made this on Snapchat a while back. You know, I got a resource of vegetables here. We're fine. I got some limes, kale, the usual. So if we need to do anything with vegetables, we're good. Haha. I have some extra firm tofu. Chip crusted tofu, like a battered type crispy tofu. I mean, we've made breadcrumb crusted crispy coconut tofu tacos. You've seen those. So this could be a variation of that, but maybe there's something more gourmet we could pull out. Okay, I just thought of something. Luckily these pieces of tofu are like kind of an interesting size. They're rectangles. So if we cut these like thin little steaks, crust them with the barbecue chips, and then imagine those on the outside like a double down. So it's like, double down is like crispy KFC chicken on the outside with like bacon and cheese in the middle. But we could make like a healthy double down. So I think it would look cool because these are orange, so it'll look like chicken, like crusted chicken. And then on the inside, we could do like a white bean mash and like use some of this ranch dip stuff. And like I have kale, we could put kale. It's like a weird hippie double down. Okay, so I don't have any like almond milk or soy milk in the fridge, so I have a can of coconut milk. We'll have to use that kind of as our wet dredge. So as you can see, this tofu is very porous and soft, even though it's called extra firm. So it just depends what kind of tofu you get. We've bought ones that are more firm and less sponge-like, so we're just gonna have to be very careful with this. I've tried to squeeze as much water as I can out with a paper towel. If you have a tofu press, go ahead and do that, but I don't. So we're just gonna be very careful, and we're gonna slice this thinly. So we're gonna get the tofu marinating, and I've thinned out some coconut milk. I'm gonna add apple cider vinegar, and I'm gonna add hot sauce, and I'm gonna add sea salt and onion powder. Now we'll just whisk it together. While we prepare the other batter, I'm gonna let this tofu sit in here. So just try to get them coated. All right, so we've got our chips. We've got, you know, like a quarter of a bag full. They're whole. They're barbecue. Now, I would run them through the food processor because I have one, but I know not everybody out there does. So I think what you can do is just rage out a little on the chips. Or, you know, take a utensil. Just give them a good smash there. Probably even use your hands. Just if you're vegan, make sure you're checking the ingredients. Not all barbecue chips are vegan, but these ones are. I wish we had all chips, but I don't think that's enough. So I will supplement this with the multigrain breadcrumbs that I have here. And we'll add some more seasoning just to make sure it's real tasty. I think you need about a good 2 to 3 cups total of everything to coat these 6 tofu steaks. We're just gonna add more salt. We're gonna add more onion powder. I'm gonna add a little bit more of a smoky flavor with smoked paprika. I'm gonna add chili powder and just a little bit of Old Bay, our favorite seasoning. If you can't find it, just leave it out. Just mix that up. I think it's gonna be pretty tasty. All right, we're gonna do a shallow fry for these, so you want a heavy bottomed pan, like a cast iron. You're gonna put about 1 inch of oil in the bottom. And we're gonna heat this up till about 375 Fahrenheit. And then we're just gonna make a flour dredge for the tofu as well. I'm just gonna add a little bit of cornstarch to this flour. I don't really know why, I just felt like I needed it. So we're going from the marinated tofu, you want all the liquid on it, and you wanna go into the flour, and then coat that. Then you wanna go back into the liquid, except I'm working with very little room here. Then you wanna go to the breadcrumbs. And you wanna delicately coat it very well. Oh yeah. All right, these little tofu double down things turned out awesome. I can't taste them because we have exactly 3 sandwiches to make here. I know they're gonna taste good though. So we're at a crossroads where, you know, I was hemming and hawing about what goes in the middle. I'm Lauren Toyota, and I kind of go that extra mile, and I wanna make it fancy as so, using our leftovers, I told you I have this leftover vegetable dip. Now, what's in this dressing that I made recently is cilantro, basil, vegan cream cheese, vegan mayonnaise, a bit of cashews, water, vinegar. I'm pretty confident that I can transform this into what looks like our cheese sauce. So I have some leftover baby carrots that are pretty much about to die in front of me. I'm gonna boil them. I'm gonna blend it with this. We're gonna add some jalapenos to make it spicy. Then I had these navy beans, and I thought we could make like a white bean mash. Now I know that's kind of weird, but like we don't have any like bacon to go in here, and I kind of want to make this like an elevated version of a double down, sort of a healthy-ish-er version. So we're gonna do a garlic white bean mash, nacho cheese sauce, a little bit of sauteed kale, and there we go. We're putting our white beans in a pan. Make sure there's a bit of oil in there. You're gonna add salt and pepper. And now we're gonna add some savory spices like nutmeg and sage. Okay, we're gonna add crushed garlic. A lot of it, like 3 cloves. All right, we're gonna put the beans into a food processor, and then keep your pan hot to quickly saute some kale. So I'm gonna tear the kale into the pan. There's a lot of seasoning still left in the pan, which is good. Okay, we're just gonna add a little bit of salt, just a little bit of oil, and just a little bit of white wine vinegar. Okay, kale doesn't take very long, so to get it off the heat, just put it on a plate. It might still start cooking. Hopefully it doesn't go too brown on us here. And we're just gonna process the beans until they're a mash. Because we're making this now a bit of a luscious southern dish, we're gonna add some vegan butter just to smooth it out. You of course could do this by hand, just like a mashed potato too. So for this makeshift cheese sauce, we are gonna use just a few of these carrots. We don't need a lot. That gives us some color, thickness, and starchiness. And then I'm gonna use about half of what I have left of this dressing. We don't need a lot, plus I wanna reserve some in case this doesn't work. Now it is green, so I'm not sure what color we're gonna get here. We like adding pickled jalapenos to our nacho cheese because it adds some spice and some kick. So we're gonna add that. Plus the brine as liquid. Let's blend it and see what we get. We might need to add some things. All right, that's what we got. It's pretty nacho cheese color. It's obviously not cheese, but it's pretty close to our nacho cheese. And of course, I'm just using what I have. So I'm just gonna add a few more carrots. I'm gonna add a little bit of this leftover pizza sauce for color and taste. You know, sweetness, whatever. Just a little bit. And let's blend it again. Okay, so I think we're good. We're just gonna heat this up over the stove. You just wanna get it warm so that it's warm on the double down. All right, let's assemble. Okay, everyone, look at these. Our fancy as vegan double down. What the? I can't believe we made this today. I haven't tasted it. I mean, I've tasted the beans, I tasted the cheese, but how does it all really come together is the question. So, vegan double down. Here we go. Double down, bottoms up. Oh. Holy crap. Whoa, man. Now the show's really over. There's nothing left to do. Everything is perfect. I can't stop. It's far less greasy than a real double down. We use tofu instead of like processed vegan chicken. We made that cheese sauce from like, I don't even know what the heck's in it. The kale's amazing. It adds a nice like fancy element to it. The beans, like it looks like meat, which is kind of weird. The taste is so good on it. It does add a nice meatiness to everything. Oh yeah, and I forgot, we breaded the tofu in barbecue chips. What? Come at me, bro. This is so good, I have to go now. I gotta do my spiel though. All right, so all you Hot for Foodies out there have already started making the connections. First of all, you probably just wanna make our regular nacho cheese. The breading, use chips or not. You could also do our crispy coconut tofu as a steak like this. There's many ways to do this. You could even do the cauliflower breading, panko, whatever. You know how to bread stuff by now. So there's many ways to improvise this and try it yourself. You can make different variations with different, stuffings in between the double down, but this is a totally legit vegan double down that's like elevated and, more unique than just the usual fast food replica. So I'm pretty proud of ourselves here. I hope you guys try this out and make it. I wanna see pictures. You need to tell me what you think. Make it, review it, leave your comments below, and always tag us on social media with your stuff at Hot for Food, hashtag Hot for Food, or hashtag Hot for Foodies, because that's what you are. You are supporting us. You are making this happen. This is so much fun. I really like doing recipe. I feel like, I don't know, that's just where the inspiration starts like really bubbling, and I really have a lot of fun doing this. So keep watching. We're here every Wednesday with brand new videos on Hot for Food. Subscribe, share, thumbs up, whatevs. You know what to do. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Get it, get it, get it, get it.